This is Deb Halfridge, hashtag Redhead is She-Hulk, on a very stormy midsummer afternoon. Thunder and lightning, lightning, then thunder. This is a key metaphor for bioelectricity and biochemistry. Now, what's happened in our world today is we've built a lot of tools that give us a lot of data about biochemistry. Oh, and we're all about the genome. Why are people not getting the memo about epigenetics? I don't know. Well, it's important to keep plumbing the genome, the depths of how the piping of life works. When you're talking about those little 4 molecules that twist and turn. But the genes are expressed because of a bioelectrical signal. Bioelectricity, just thoughts, which is the beating of your heart. This is the metaphysics of biochemistry. Now, if you go to a real PhD physicist, which I am only playing one on this video, I am a degreed philosopher. But if you ask any of the physicists, what you're going to find is there's 4 forces in the world. Gravity, electromagnetism, the weak nuclear force, and the strong nuclear force. Now, the thing is they used a bunch of tools that made them feel like these weak and strong nuclear forces are something different than electromagnetism. But they're not. It's just because of the micro aspects of it. But come on, everything is about electromagnetism. My co-star in the car and out beyond the car are having some grumbling over that. Gravity, such a weak force. Now, I know the scientists are all deep into gravity, but let me tell you something. Gravity is not what caused the apple to fall when Newton was under his tree. Because I've been under a lot of trees here. A really gorgeous one right there. Hopefully my camera work is doing it justice. But here's the thing. Gravity is not the cause of the apple falling. I need you to sit with this and think about this for just a minute before I give you the answer. What actually caused the apple to fall? Fifth force. The fifth force, which has been posited, would need to be a really strong, really dynamic force if it exists. In some cases, some of the hypotheses around psychokinesis, some of the noetic capacities posit. Well, it's not anything we currently know scientifically, so there'd need to be a fifth force. Well, as somebody who ever so slightly resembles the fifth element, let me tell you something, I am. One of my nicknames is to be the fifth force. I'm gonna wait because the PA is not stopping the vehicular traffic. What caused the apple to fall? The cessation of life force. The cessation of the nutrients from the tree up through the whole thing out into the stem. That life force ceased. That's what caused the apple to disengage at the stem. Gravity then has something to do after that. But do you see how important this one story is in revolutionizing? No, evolutionizing? How we think about what's important on planet Earth? life force is truly responsible for causing many of the things, I would say all of the things. Well, no, you can't use those words. Many, all, etc., etc., etc. And I'm now having a serious hot flash. Might as well speak the truth. And we're going to have to put the windows down once this vehicular traffic heads us out. I mean, it got hot in here in just that quickness. We got a timestamp, we can figure it out. So I'm going to have to leave you with that because you're never going to be able to hear me with the vehicular traffic. I can't get a PA around here. It's been Deb Helfrich doing what I do, which is loving the complexity of life, the complexity of being alone in the world, trying to accomplish absolutely everything by my damn self. Well, I got Zanzi. Z. Hey, baby. There you go. A little co-starring. Life force. It's important that we actually do the logic and think about what's happening in this world in a much more life-centric way. This is my intellectual property, and it's a skill and a strategy that literally I can teach every single one of the 7.8 billion humans across every nook and cranny of the globe. I do not want to create some life coaching business and only sell my theories of human energy, potential, and well-being to the rich. I want to stand on the stage, live streaming to palms across the globe through these little dumb appliances. They're just not as great as y'all make them out to be. They're quite an entrapment, to be honest, unless you use it like this. You use it creatively to voice the life you're trying to create. Don't just stand around scanning shit and be delivering goods everywhere. This supply chain aspect of it is flummoxing me. I know there's stages to this thing, and there's potentially a lot here. But since we've been considered to be human consumings since the 80s, it's really, as of the late 80s, when it was the Wall Street, Michael Douglas, Gordon Gekko situation, it's not the greed, although the greed is causal, but is actually the hyper-digitalization. When the finance got so big, when you could just change currencies in the split of a second, and in those margins of mega transactions, like we've built an economic environment that is not really survivable for the bulk of humankind. This is the cessation of the life force through the tree of life out to the stem, and we have got to fix plantation capitalism so that it is a fully equitable framework where everyone has a valid shot to do what it is they want to do in life. They want to be a doctor or a hedge fund manager or an artist or dog walker. It's all work that the world needs, and it should be paying a livable wage. You want to stop evil in the world? Full employment at a livable wage. Start with the UBI. That's how we got to transition this all through. Every human life must have the financial resources for life essentials. Now, I'm sure the vehicular traffic is just overwhelming this, so I'm going to say harmony.